Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So I'm hoping I haven't done a live in over 2 weeks, I think it is. So please let me know when you jump on. Can you hear me? That sort of stuff. Um, I just got back from Vienna. What a wonderful trip. But let me tell you, I brought back a very nasty souvenir. I did get COVID, but I'm thinking that my COVID isn't as bad as some have gotten. I also qualified to go on a certain type of good morning, Lorraine. Can you hear me okay? Just make sure that you let me know. But I didn't get the COVID as bad as what some have gotten, and I feel very, very fortunate. But no, I'm not feeling that bad. I'm feeling pretty good actually. It's just a bit of side effects from this other pill that they've got me on for the COVID. So, anyways, it's all good. But I'm so excited to be back here um, for card sketch number 131. I mean, I haven't missed a beat on the card sketches, and don't forget, make sure that you do put those card sketches onto the Facebook group. That way, you could get a chance of being drawn to win either a stamp set or a product if you live in Canada, or if you live outside of Canada, I can send you a tutorial as well. So, and very good. We had probably the three of us that traveled together. Lorraine didn't get COVID, which is yay. Yay for her. I did, but I think mine's a lot milder than Melva's. And Melva's is a little bit worse than both of ours. Well, Lorraine doesn't have any, so that's okay. In any event, I'm excited to get back into the groove of doing everything. So we shall see how it works out for me. So let me just jump on down to the desktop. Now, a few things have changed. I went, oh no, don't tell me all this stuff has changed. And then I've got to turn around and do a bunch of other stuff on the StreamYard. But in any event, here is card sketch number 131. Now, this has a regular card base, and I usually always do use a regular card base. But then I've got the inside part there. And then I have this piece here happens to be, which is layer 3, is 3 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And then we have a piece, a strip that's 5/8 by 4 1/4. And we've got another one that's 5/8 by 3 3/4. And then we have these layering circles as well. So we will go through that and show you what that is. So I love yellow and gray and pink and gray, and I can't stop doing those types of cards. I love the effect of what it looks like. I love how it basically is. I don't know. I just love how it all coordinates together. So I have my card bits here, and I will apologize. I am a little foggy in the head, but I say I'm always foggy in the head. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. So there's our card sketch. Let's just put that over to the side. Now, what I went and I did was I cut this into 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And I scored it 5 1/2. And I'm just going to fold into the mountain. And then I'm just going to use my bone folder and get a really good crisp fold on there. Now, the grays that I've actually used on here was I used smoky slate. And I thought afterwards I maybe probably should have maybe used the gray granite, but I think it works out okay. I'm not doing any embossing on this. This piece happens to be 4 by 5 1/4. Yes, lots of good ways. Now, I said this was 5/8. You can use a 1/2 inch. I think one of my strips is a 1/2 inch instead of 5/8, and that's all good. I actually just went into my drawer and just took out what I had. So let's go ahead and start this. And oh my goodness, I didn't even prime my glue. So let's see if it's going to be good. Oh, look at that. 2 weeks. That's pretty dang good. All right, so we're just going to layer that one piece on. Now, I went for this piece that is right here, which is 3 by 4 1/4. I went with vellum. I thought, oh, that's going to be kind of nice. And what I'm using is actually this Joyful Flurry stamp set. And I used a couple of the dies, not a whole lot of them, because with this particular one, this one happens to be, it cuts out little bits and it pops up and everything else. Well, hello, Donna from snowy Ontario. Well, we had snow while I was gone. I have a fantastic neighbor that came. He has a ride-on lawnmower, and he came over and he attaches that plow on there, and he went and he did my driveway, which was amazing. All right, so this piece here was the wintry. I went and I ran it through that wintry embossing folder, the one that has the fir boughs on it and also the snowflakes. And see how pretty it looks when it's actually on this smoky slate. So like I say, that's going to go about there. We've got the piece for the inside. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put these pieces on there. Now, I am going to attach these pieces before, and you'll see why I'm going, like I'm laying it out first, and then I'm going to chevron these ends, and I'll show you how you can chevron them. Very simple. You just go up the middle and then just go from the corner here to there, and from the corner to that piece there. Whoops, didn't quite get it in there, but there we go. So that gives a bit of a chevron there. And then I've got this other piece. Like I say, I think on my the card sketch, I've said 5/8, but honestly, I think this one's only 1/2 inch. Because like I said, I just went completely right into my my drawer. I keep all my scraps in front of my design, in front of my cardstock, and consequently, it will it's just what I picked out from there. All right, so I'm going to lay this on here like this. And I want it to come down from this piece down there. And I think I could bring this down just a bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to put my glue onto this part here. Now remember, vellum is such a hard substance to basically cover up the glue. So I'm going to do it this way so that you can put your glue onto the back of this and you're not going to notice it. All right, so I'm just putting it up to there, layering that like so. We're just going to move it just a bit. Now remember, this is not attached yet, and I'm not popping this up. I'm just going to layer this part on here as well. So I'll just use some more glue on here. And then I'm just layering that like that and bringing that to about there. Now, I guess I could have used a pink on here, but I wanted kind of a monochromatic thing here. So, all right. So, like I say, that is like that. And now I know that I can put glue onto that part and it's going to be okay and you're not going to see it. But honestly, I've got this other piece of, this is Blushing Bride. And this circle is about 2 7/8 inch circle, and it's from the Layering Circle dies. And what I've done is I've cut out the layering circle in the scallops. And then this is the Stylish Shapes that was 2 5/8. And it's just going to go on there. So when this goes on to here, when I go to layer all this on, this is going to go about there. And I think I'll put those on with dimensionals, I think. And this one will go on completely. But let's go ahead and get this part stamped. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to come in. I love this expression in the it's a season of magic and wonder. And I'm going to come in with my embossing folder. My embossing buddy. Now remember, that's that embossing kit. It is a must-have. My goodness, it's one of those excellent deals that it comes with the embossing buddy, the tweezers, the tray, and the brush, just like this. I don't think I need that today, but I'm just going to come in with my Versamark, and let's go ahead and put this onto the sentiment. I feel like I'm really rusty. So it's going to go like this. And I'm going to put it right about there. And that should almost cover where that's going. Oh, good morning, Jen. Well, it's good to be back. It's always great to be back home. But honestly, it's not fun when you come back and you're kind of sick. But honestly, I'm going to fight through it. I really am, because I'm not feeling that bad. Very strange. One gets COVID more severe than the other two. One doesn't get it at all, and I didn't get it. I got it, but kind of in between. So it's interesting. All right. So that is just like that. And I'm going to just come in with my heat tool. I must have missed my embossing because I had to do it again, right? So oops. So we'll just get that heated, or yeah, we'll just heat set that. There we go. And we're not doing a whole lot of embossing on it. Like I say, I really think it's going to look nice with that, the embossed, with the embossing folder. Now, what I'm going to do is, with this stamp set, I'm going to come in with some of these snowflakes, and I'm going to just stamp those with Blushing Bride. So I'm just going to, and I can stamp over where the words are because it's definitely not going to show. Just going to come in and let's do a tiny bit here. And you know what? I think I'll use one more of the small ones. And I've got to be careful with this small one because it's got such a big border there that it probably will leave a halo if I don't watch that correctly. So we're just going to put that on there and just a light tap. Check to make sure that we have no halo there. And let's just put that there. There we go. Now, what I could do too is I could come in and I could sponge that with some of the, well, I could sponge it with some gray, and I could sponge it with some pink, but I think I'm just going to leave it. We're just going to put it like this. So let's see. Now, maybe I'll just put that directly on there, and then we'll do the dimensionals behind. Yeah, so far I'm not aching. I'm always tired because I don't sleep well. But I slept all the way back on the plane, and we had a terrible ride back because our planes were delayed and everything else. All right, so this is just going to go right about here. So I'm going to go in and let's go ahead and put those dimensionals on there, and then I can go ahead and attach that the vellum onto the cardstock. So let's see what we've got here. Like, okay, so that's going to go like that. So I'm just going to take these three off for the time being. And let's just put that right onto there. Yeah, that'll be good. And see, now where all of this is, I can turn around and I can actually go and put glue on it. But I can also use glue dots where there's all this embossing. So I'm going to come in with my glue dots. And let's see. Okay, so I'll put one about here. And I'm putting those in such a spot that they won't show from the other side because of the embossing. It's a good spot right there. And all the rest can be glued. So I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to glue where all this cardstock is put, or where it's on the other side. And that's just a tip to get it so that you can the glue isn't going to show. So just like that. There's a glue dot where it's been embossed. And then what I can do too is I went and I cut some of these smaller snowflakes. I cut some out in the Blushing Bride, and I thought I cut more with the silver. There we did. I did. Okay, so we're going to put those on as well. Thank you. Well, my color combination is, yeah, it's pretty. I love this color combination. All right, so I'm just going to actually put some glue dots on here. I'm feeling not too bad. So, yeah. Yeah, unreal. But like I say, the one thing, like I've had my 5 shots, so I feel that maybe it's not so bad. And then taking the Plax COVID is kind of helping me a bit as well. So it's kind of, you figure we went to New Orleans, didn't get anything in New Orleans. And then, well, we were gone a long time. So, you just don't know what happens, right? And you know what? I'm going to put a silver one down here as well. All right. Let's go and put that right about there. Now, I'm going to go and I'm going to put some glue dots on the back of this, or actually, I'll just glue it. And I'll just glue that part down. There we go. So that stays down completely there. Hello, Simone. Oh my goodness. We have met so many wonderful people over in Vienna. We met Simone from Germany. We had coffee with her, and we met up, of course, during the conference. So it was great. It was amazing. All right, so I'm just gonna put this just on the inside, and then we do not have silver embellishments, and I've done this a couple times on here, so it's not something that is going to be new to some of you, but I'm just going to come in and I'm going to take these dots. These are the brushed metallic dots, and I am going to use two of the small ones and one of the big ones. Hello. Oh my goodness. The Stampin' Up community is amazing. And, you get to know people from all over the world. And I feel honored that we met so many people. We blog together. A lot of us go into blog hops together. And then what happens is you get to know people just by their name. And then you get to actually meet them, which is pretty cool. All right. So, like I say, we need some embellishments on here. It's kind of drab. So the flower wall, yes. We called that the pink place. I did finally get a piece, a proper picture of it. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to take my Versamark. I am taking these are the copper. I'm not using them that much. I'm just going to dip them into the Versamark. Like I say, I've done this before. I've done it actually lots. And I'm just going to dip it into my embossing powder. Whoops. I'm so glad to be home to be able to emboss. Oh my goodness. It's really funny when you have these presentations online, they they go, and they get things done fast. Well, guess what? I just do them. So you're right, Simone. It's like we're one big happy, one big family. All right, so I'm just heating this up. I might have to do 2 coats, but I don't think I will. I'm just coming in and we're just going to heat set that. And now I have silver embellishments, which will go perfectly on this card. Now I'm just going to let that cool off just a bit. Let's go ahead and put this on the inside. So I feel good enough that we can do our sip and stamp tonight. I've got lots of stuff to get ready for a lot of different things. Because of the COVID, I had to cancel my city class that was this afternoon. But that's okay. It's postponed. So, and it's before I go away again. So, all right. That's just going to go on the inside. That leaves me room for what I want to write on there. Now let's go ahead and put these embellishments onto the front of the card. Yeah, they're dry now. So now what you might have to do is you might just have to squish this down just a bit. And we're going to put, let's see, where are we going to put this? Let's put one up there. Let's put another one right here. And like I say, just because it's a bit of a thing, you know, it makes it a little bit uneven because of the way I did that. But then that can be just thrown away. And there's my card. So there we go to my card sketch. I'll just bring my card sketch back in. So card sketch number 131. Don't forget to enter your card into okay, Simone said that she used the snowy thing. Can't remember the English name, snowy thing. I'm not sure which one. I'll have to look at it. Yeah, I can't remember, but in any event. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But please go into my Facebook group. There is a link down below here, and enter or just put in card sketch number 131 and your name could be drawn. Like I say, I give away tutorials for people outside of Canada, and if you live in Canada and your name is drawn, then you could win a stamp set or other embellishments. That white paste to puff. Oh, the snowy. See, I don't even know what it's called. The snowy accents, something like that. In any event, oh my goodness, lots of fun. Okay, so there we go there. Let's just see, pop back up here and see what I can do here. So, like I say, I really appreciate you watching me. Make sure that you give me the thumbs up. Remember, the best form of compliment that you can give is to share my video. I really do appreciate that. And I hope that this has inspired you to try this card sketch and see what kind of cards that you come up with, right? So we will see you back on Monday, which is my online class. I now do my online class, my free virtual online class. I do it on Mondays at 11 o'clock Pacific time. I found that I reach more people that way by doing a live while I'm on. It's usually a 3D project or it's a fancy fold card. And let me tell you, the swaps that I got, and I lost half of mine, which is another long story. The European demonstrators do mainly 3D swaps, and it's amazing because some of the stuff that we got was wow. I don't have all mine, so unfortunately I can't even share some of the, I put some of the ones in a certain spot and I left a box behind it. Long story short, I lost it. So, but somebody's got it, so I hope they enjoy it, and I hope they make really good use of it. Oh, thank you. Beautiful cards number 134. Is this not 131? I'm sure it's number 131. The last one I did. In any event, I know, I thought for sure it was going to get returned. I had half of them. So, I did get a bonus because of it. Stampin' Up must have felt really, really bad for me. So, anyways, all right. So we will see you back on Monday, which Monday is my like I say, my online class, and then back to Tuesday for more techniques. And I hope you'll join me then. And we will talk to you all soon. Have a great weekend. If you're not doing anything, join us for Sip and Stamp tonight. That's posted on my group as well, the Zoom information, and you just bring your own stuff and do whatever you want to do. In any event, you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.